If you'd look back again at Psalm 19, I want you to see the two elements that I'm going to show you from the Scriptures. It says in Psalm 19 that God, and God alone this morning, is to be more desired than gold. And He's supposed to be more desired than fine gold. That means refined, pure gold. And He's also sweeter, listen, than honey. And it's interesting what it does here. It says honey dripping. In the ancient world, honey was hard to find. You had to fight. They didn't have beekeepers like we know today. You had to find it out in the woods. You had to find it in a carcass like Samson did. But when you found a honeycomb that was just overflowing and just running out, you found a treasure. The Scriptures tell us, if you want to turn back to the book before, to the book of Job 22, who are we supposed to find this morning to be sweeter than honey? Who's going to be the one that's the gold to us in our lives? Look at Job 22. And verse 25, because this is what God wants to mean to us this morning. He wants to mean more to us this morning than money or nice things or sweet experiences. God wants this morning to be our gold and honey. He wants to be our sweetness and our satisfaction. 22:25 says this, then the Almighty will be your gold, the choicest silver for you. Someone wrote a hymn about this. And it might be new to you, and we're going to sing it right now. And it's, Lord, you are more precious than silver. Lord, you are more costly than gold. And as we sing this, Royce is going to help me all the way through to sing about how precious the Lord is to be to us this morning. Let's sing that as Royce leads us in this new chorus. For just a moment, with our hearts quiet before the Lord, I'm just thinking in my heart, you think in yours. Is the Lord more precious to you than your financial goals, your pleasure, recreation goals, your dating goals, academic goals? Is the Lord more precious to you than your children, than their success? He wants to be this morning. God wants to mean more to us than money or nice things or our greatest possessions. We're going to look at 6 more verses in a row before we sing again. And if you just want to turn back to Psalm 16 with me, I'm going to read these in quick succession. Psalm 16 and verse 11 is our first one this morning. The Lord wants us to find lasting joy as we linger in His presence. And as I said to you about getting on one channel, if you can't stay, you can't experiencing it. If you break the connection when you're downloading something in your computer, you lost it, you didn't get it. If you don't keep the connection, you can't hear that loved one talking. If you're on your cellular and you get somewhere where the antenna doesn't work, you miss the conversation. God says, I want you, Psalm 16 and verse 11, you have made known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy. Where? In your presence, and with eternal pleasures at your right hand. This morning the Lord wants us to find our lasting joy as we linger in His presence.